Yesterday, the Phillies honored the Paul Owens Award winners for offensive and pitcher players of the year. We talked to Dylan Cousins, who's right there, last night, and he was joined by Rhys Hoskins as the player of the year in the Phillies system. Ben Lively was the pitcher of the year. Last night we had a chance to talk to Dylan, and tonight Rhys is still here in the ballpark, so we get a chance to chat with him up here in the booth. You and Dylan kind of did things the same this year, so we figured we'd have you up in the booth also.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Thanks.
Must have been a great, just a great race between the two of you as teammates to have one to feed off the other.
Yeah, it was fun. I think everyone likes a little friendly competition, but I think it kept both of us light, in a long season, so it was good.
Here's Roman Quinn, your former teammate, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. We asked Dylan this. What was it like to win as much as you guys won? I mean, did that make it even easier for you?
Oh yeah. It's always a little easier to come to the ballpark when you're winning as much as we did. But to be able to do the stuff that we were doing, and we were winning a lot of games, I think it just makes everything a little easier.
Oh, Roman Quinn hit by that pitch. So the second batter that Chris Sale has hit in tonight's ball game. So the speedster will get aboard, and he'll bring Maikel Franco to the plate. Here's Rhys's numbers this year in Reading with the Phitins. 281, 38 home runs, and 116 runs batted in, a 943 OPS. It just seemed, Ben mentioned this last night to Dylan, it just seemed like this year you'd hit a home run and then he'd hit a home run, or you'd drive in a couple, he'd drive in a couple. I mean, it just was back and forth.
Yeah, I don't know how many times we did it in the same game, but it seemed like a lot. He'd hit one and he'd come in the dugout and kind of say, all right, your turn. What do you got tonight? Or it was just one of those things that, you always hear hitting's contagious.
Have those numbers sunk in yet?
Not really, to be honest with you.
Because, those are silly numbers.
I think if you told me that I was going to be anywhere near that at the start of the season, I probably would have laughed at you. I'd heard before the year about the ballpark in Reading and how it was fun to hit there. But still, I think, to put those kind of numbers up, like you said, it just hasn't really sunk in.
Yeah.
What can you attribute it to, Rhys? I mean, to have that jump from a power standpoint, is there something that you worked on in the offseason to get ready for it?
When I went to Instructs after my draft year, they installed a little leg kick and gave me a little more rhythm at the plate. And then just working with Frank Cacciatore, our hitting coach, he's big on having a plan, going up there at the plate and being as stubborn as you can. Hitting your pitch and not the pitcher's pitch. And as the season went on, I became more successful with that.
There's that leg kick that you were talking about. Here's some of the home runs that you were able to hit at the ballpark. That's still a shot, though. This one right here that's going to go right at the foot of the scoreboard.
It's a very subtle movement.
It is.
It's not. It's a slower leg kick, which you don't normally see. You just felt that really got your rhythm going.
Yeah. Before that was installed, I was more spread out. And I just didn't have any rhythm at the plate. I found myself late a lot, and I just tried to get inside the pitcher's rhythm, and then that little leg kick gave me the chance to do that.
When you and Dylan were going, I mean, you were very consistent throughout the course of the season. Did you ever get to one of those points where you just felt like either me or him, this guy doesn't have a chance out there? Did you ever feel like that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, really our whole lineup. I mean, you start with Quinny at the top, and we had Georgie hitting in front of the both of us, and we had guys like Jesmil Valentin who made it up to AAA hitting behind us. So I really felt bad for all the pitchers every night. The whole lineup. I mean, I don't know how you face those guys.
Well, the Phillies are going to take a look at this to see if Roman Quinn had beaten the throw. Does he surprise you, Roman Quinn, with what he's able to do?
I think every time I see him run, I feel like he's gotten a little faster.
It's amazing how quick he is.
It really is. And I really feel like he gets the balls in the outfield that I don't think he would ever have a chance.
Yeah. I don't think he was tagged there. We saw Frazier lay the tag on his side, and I think they are going to review this.
Well, it did look like he was safe.
It did look like he was safe.
However.
Uh-oh, Ben, what do you got?
I don't agree with it. I mean, unless you're 100% sure you can make it. I mean, that was just a little too close. I think Frazier had the phantom tag there, but
the way he contorted his body to have that tag miss him too.
You have a man at home plate. First of all, with Roman's speed, you're already in scoring position.
Right.
Secondly, you have a guy that just blistered the ball off the base of the wall, his first at bat for a double. You know, if you're 100% sure, go ahead and take it.
Well, Doug Eddings is to the left. He's the crew chief. Jeff Nelson is to the right. Roman's already walking back to the third base bag, so he thinks he is safe. Oh yeah, he missed him.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's an optical illusion that we miss with some of these angles, but it looks like he is going to be safe. We asked Dylan about playing for Dusty. What was that like? How much did that help you got your maturation this year?
You always hear guys talk about playing for a player's manager, and I think Dusty's probably the definition of that. He's just like one of us guys, and I think he played 13, 14 years in the minor leagues. Got a shot in the bigs too, which is pretty cool. But he knows what we go through day in and day out, and to have that in your manager's office is pretty cool.
Now, what are your plans going to be now that you've finished the season and then you're looking for the offseason?
So I'm giving myself a week, 2 weeks maybe, and I'll be playing the Dominican Republic winter ball about a month, 5 weeks, and then once that's over with, the whole process starts over again.
Are you going to be on the same team as Dylan?
No, different team.
Different team.
I'll actually be with Dave Lundquist,
okay.
the AAA pitching coach, will be there. So it'd be nice to have a familiar face.
Yeah.
Well, Roman Quinn is safe at third, as you saw, so he's in scoring position 90 feet away with 1 out in the count. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tommy Joseph. They play the infield in with the Phillies on top 3-1 here in the bottom half of the third inning. Already the third stolen base for Roman. And that ball is drilled deep to left field. It is gone! A 2-run home run for Tommy Joseph. He has 3 RBIs. And the Phillies now lead it 5-1. I think he's seeing Chris Sale okay tonight.
Oh, he's seeing him okay. And Rhys, at times I like to say that ball was K-I-L-T, kilt.
Hit that well.
Wow.
Didn't miss it.
He is picking him up really well, Tom, like you said. That's a good piece of hitting here. We saw a very quick bat on a fastball on his double, his first at bat. This one a slider. He leaves up in the zone, and it gets out of here in a hurry.
Makes a winner out of Mandy Marie Shoup, booth win, who's won $100 in the McDonald's home run jackpot thanks to Tommy Joseph.
Way to go, Mandy Marie.
Cameron Rupp takes that one low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. How about defensively, Rhys? How much have you worked on your defense over the last couple of years?
Yeah, a lot. I've gotten with our infield coordinator, Chris Truby. He's we spent a lot of time together. Starting back in 2014 when I was in Williamsport. And he's giving me, a little plan in the offseason of, a couple things to really focus on and, do the agilities and the footwork stuff to really just help me around the bag.
And your trip to the Dominican, is there anything that you're focused on offensively to work on?
Not necessarily. I think it'll just be a good experience to see some high caliber guys down there. Just keep getting at bats, really. I think the more you get, the more chance you have at being successful.
Ground ball to shortstop. Cameron Rupp is retired.
Is that what the organization has told you as well? Just go down there. We're not looking for anything in particular, but we just want you to keep playing, make sure the season continues to progress.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where they say, hey, if we have an opportunity for you to play, if you'd like to play, you kind of keep a rhythm for an extra month, and you can get 100, 150 extra at bats and come to spring training ready.
I think that's the key. You talked about the rhythm this year is just keeping the rhythm. Let's face it. You hit 38 home runs. You want to keep it going as much as you can.
Right. How do you wrap that around to next season? So hopefully the Dominican is something that will allow me to do that.
Were you guys aware of the records that you were each going after?
Towards the end, yeah. All the fans in Reading are incredible. First of all, but they love their Reading baseball, and they know all the records as well. So they were enjoying it, I think, as much as Dylan and I were.
Okay, be honest with us. It's Freddie. Throws a long dart of his own out in the left field. 2-out single. Be honest with us.
Okay.
Are you a little upset? Down deep, a little small part of you that Dylan got 2 more than you.
I will say I'm competitive.
There you go. That's a good,
everyone
that's a
wants
good
to
answer.
win. Everyone wants to win, but I'm happy for the guy. He's put in a lot of work. He's come a long way, at least since I've met him. So I'm very happy for the guy.
And winning does help you guys as you go from one level to another. I mean, just the feel of winning.
Yeah, you got to learn how to win. You know, especially late in the season, late in games, close games, that kind of thing. That comes with experience, and the more you do it, I think the better at it you become.
Aaron Altair takes a strike on the inside corner. Is there anything that surprised you this year, for the first time in professional baseball, that surprised you?
Let's see. I don't know. That's just as a general statement.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, was there a player that surprised you or a moment that surprised you from a baseball standpoint?
There's a guy in the Rockies organization that we faced, and he was throwing, you know, an easy 100, 101, 102, and it looked like he was just playing catch in his front lawn.
I guess that's what I mean, because you're getting closer to the big league, so you're probably going to see things that are different.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd ever seen that before. So to see that for the first time, you know, kind of took a step back, looked at the radar, and oh, that was
103.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, you see those guys more often now. So
pitches outside. It is becoming the norm. I mean, as you progress up the ladder. There's Tyler Goodell in the on-deck circle. Well, you mentioned the fans in Reading. I asked Dylan this last night. What do you think of this ballpark and getting a chance to play here and seeing this place?
Pretty awesome, huh? You guys don't have a bad view.
No.
You know, I've hit here before too. It's not a bad place to hit. Just take a BP and hopefully the ball flies as well as it does there.
Have any of the players given you any kind of advice while you've been here the last couple of days?
You know, just keep working hard, just normal stuff. You know, don't make the game harder than it already is. You know, constant reminder that it is a game. You're supposed to have fun and all that good stuff.
Have any of your teammates, either Roman Quinn or Jorge Alfaro, talked to you about how awesome it is up here?
Quinn has a little bit. I haven't seen much of Georgie. I'm sure he's, you know, with the pitchers and the pitching coach, studying up and doing all that. But Quinn's been, I think every time I've seen him, he's had a huge smile on his face.
Well, he should.
Well, Rhys, we congratulate you on an awesome year. We look forward to getting you up here real soon.
Yeah,
and
appreciate
enjoy
it.
the offseason.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Rhys Hoskins, our guest up here in the booth. We've gotten a chance to see a bunch of these swings here. They've been pretty sweet.